know, it's been a great opportunity to exchange ideas this evening. And I know we're not up against the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent, and I hope people have been able to stay with us in the exchange that we've had about the future policies of this country. I was really struck with a number of questions, but particularly the one from Robert about the future of his healthcare trust and about the jobs that may be at risk. And I've got to come to this central problem that we've got at the moment. We have got to make a decision now about how we secure the recovery this year. We've got to make a decision about whether we put funds into the economy or take funds out of the economy. Now, I'm very clear. We mustn't make the mistakes of the 1930s or the 1980s when unemployment rose for 5 years after the official end of the recession. So we've got to make sure the money is in the economy this year so that the recovery is secure. And then we've got to make sure that as we cut the deficit, we are fair to our National Health Service, our policing, and fair to our schools. And that's why the National Insurance rise is necessary to protect our health service, our schools and our police. And I think it was very interesting when David Cameron was asked, he couldn't give a guarantee that we are giving about the funding on schools. He couldn't give a guarantee about the funding on policing. And when it came to the National Health Service, he couldn't give the same personal guarantees that we're giving about cancer specialist care, about seeing a GP at the evenings and weekends. Now, these are problems he's got to address in the future. I look forward to the next debate so we can get all the issues aired about the future of our country.
Well, I think it has been a great opportunity to have this debate. And I think one of the things I've heard during this debate is just repeated attempts to try and frighten you about a Conservative government. And I would say, choose hope over fear, because we have incredibly exciting and optimistic plans for the future of our country. A great vision where we build a bigger society, where we get our economy moving, where we stop Labour's jobs tax, which could destroy that economy. I think it's been shown tonight the idea you have to go on wasting money to secure the recovery is simply wrong. You've heard a lot about policy tonight, but I think as important as policy is your values. Let me tell you mine. If you work hard, I'll be behind you. If you want to raise a family, I will support you. If you're old and you become ill, we will always be there for you. This is an amazing country. We've done incredible things. I think we can go on and do even more incredible things, but we need two things: a government with the right values and also an understanding that we're all in this together, and real change comes when we come together and work together. That's the sort of change and that's the sort of leadership that I would bring to our great country.
Well, thanks for starters for sticking with us for a full 90 minutes. What I've tried to show you this evening is that there is an alternative to the two old parties. I know many of you think that all politicians are just the same. I hope I've tried to show you that that just isn't true. Whether it's on the questions from Alan on care, Jacqueline on crime, Helen on politics, Joel on schooling, Robert on the deficit, I believe we can answer all of those questions. I believe we can rise to all of those challenges if we say no to the old parties and yes to something new and something different. And that's what I offer. That's what the Liberal Democrats offer. So don't let them tell you that the only choice is between two old parties who've been playing pass the parcel with your government for 65 years now, making the same promises, breaking the same promises, making the same old mistakes over and over again. Because I think, despite all the challenges, all the problems we have, I think we can be really hopeful about the future. I genuinely believe we can have a better, fairer country if we do things differently. So give real change a chance. Trust your instincts. Support fairness. Choose something different. And that'll give you and your family a better, fairer life. Thank you.